Today we're looking at the FUT birthday icon Desailly. He finally gets a special card on top of his icons. Medium high work rate, 6'1", right footed, 2-star skill, and he has that 5-star skill weak foot upgrade. He can play centre back or CDM. And I played against this card a few times. People have been playing him in both positions that I played against. We're going to play him in centre back today, but I generally think he can play CDM if you need him to. Now we have a look at this card as a centre back. Unbelievable defending statistics. Fantastic composure, great acceleration, sprint speed, good passing, and of course agility and balance doesn't matter too much with centre backs. Everybody seems to have really bad agility and balance in the centre back role. In terms of traits, got power header and solid players, so nothing too crazy there. We've gone for a shadow, and we'll talk about chemstyles, pricing, what I thought about the card, and much more at the end of the review on FUTBin. That being said, let's go jump into some gameplay. We'll have a word from today's sponsor first. Are you tired of playing sweat teams like this? Make sure you go to Alt Nice, select FUT 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NANIC for 6% off on all orders. So here is our opponent's team for today. Not the best, definitely not the worst. We are playing in FUT Champs. We're playing in our 4-2-2 system with Desailly next to base Maldini. Desailly's job is basically to defend, try and win the aerial presence if he can. As much more as you see, he's very big on the pitch, is what we like to see with our centre-backs. Good on the ball, not really noticing that agility or balance. Good dribble in there, great passing. So that's something we're going to be seeing him today. That's the role he's going to be playing in, as you can see. Bit of a 2-on-1 situation here. Good recovery, nice driving over, great interception. Bit lacking on that pace there, and great save from the goalkeeper. But you can see there, a little bit lacking in that bit there. Again, it is Haaland, who's obviously lengthy as well, so he's going to be dominating that situation. But here is Desailly now. Great block out there from Desailly. You can already see he's causing multiple problems in defence, getting in the way of these shots. Desailly here. Great tackle now. He picks up the loose ball. He's going to drive. Little layoff. Accidentally push him up the field, but not a problem. Oof. Desailly again. Can he play that through ball? We shall see. No, he can't. So his long passing is to be expected there. We have just gone 1-0 up, and our opponent has paused it. Is he going to quit? We shall see. Is he going to make changes? Looks like he's making some changes. So a couple of things I've noticed with Desailly already quite early on in the review is I don't think he can play CDM that well unless you're going to play really, really drop back and defensive. Just because in terms of turning around and running, he's a little bit slow. But in terms of actual blocking shots, AI blocks, he is unbelievable in that department because he's so big. Let's get him on the ball here. Lovely little pass out. Now we get the transition underway. Desailly just marking that. Force him out wide. Desailly, good interception. And we're a bit lucky there. A bit unlucky with the deflection and way the tackle went. But you can see there he's always putting his foot in front of the ball. Always blocking any sort of pass or any shot that happens. Desailly here, one-on-one. So to pass it away because he got too scared. We forced him into a mistake. That's something to have there in terms of presence on and off the field. We have now gone 2-0 up. Great tackle. Now we've got some counter-attack. Not the best pass again. But again, good defensive work rates from him there. Sitting in the pocket. And we have got ourselves a penalty here. We'll have a look at this set pieces and penalty, see if he's any good at them. Obviously, doesn't reflect on the review whether he scores it or not. But I just want to see. So yeah, he's not the best as to be expected from a centre-back. Just going to put it into the bottom left if we can. Desailly buries it because he went the wrong way. So he gets a goal. Obviously, doesn't reflect on the review. But he gets that goal. Getting underway, Desailly, a bit of skill, we can get past. Bit heavy touch, but good composure to get the ball out. Desailly here has been dragged out. Just going to man mark. Force that run a little bit. Desailly versus Haaland. Great tackle there. Look at that. Beats him off the ball. Now we get the composure away. And he managed to catch up, overtake, make the tackle, and then pass our way out as well. One-on-one with Haaland. Force him into a bad pass. Again, he's trying to stay away from him now because he wins that tackle every single time. We got ourselves on a transition here. Desailly, slide tackle, and look at that for a tackle. Bad pass from me again, but again, he's already there, makes the second tackle, which is absolutely dominating the defensive line there. Our opponent can't get through at all. Desailly again, making that tackle. Now we've got the transition, driven pass in. Goalkeeper's come out, deflection and off the post. Desailly with a long shot. He's going to go out for another corner, isn't it? It is indeed. Desailly again, pushing up. Good interception. Now we've got the transition and that attack. Yeah, not the best pass from him, I have to say. His passing isn't amazing. Again, to be expected with a centre-back, but for someone that can play CDM, somebody's pass will be a little bit better. But in terms of standing tackles and just winning the ball, he is ridiculous. And that is half-time so far. unbelievable performance in the defensiveness. When I talk about the passing, it's because of the CDM role that he could possibly play, and that's something to be cautious of if you try to play that through ball. But I think he's won at least 95 to 90% of tackles, even double tackles, slide tackles, standing tackles, using his strength to push opponents off as well. And that is something that's really, really good. I don't know if he's worth $1 million coins or 1.1 million. I don't like spending that much on defenders, but he's doing a really good job so far. We have a look at his halftime performances quickly. You can see here, obviously, got the goal from the penalty. But 14 out of 14 dribbles. Shots don't matter. Key passes, 16 out of 30. Even though I'm moaning about the passes, had a really high succession rate. Because he had 100% standing tackles, 100% slide tackles, offensive duels when he's running, so it doesn't matter. 3 out of 6 defensive duels, 1. And just generally, 100% tackle rate. That's how good he's been. Stand tackles and slide tackles, 100%. He has not missed a tackle yet. And that is kind of what you're paying for. Unfortunately, our opponent has rage quit. He had enough. As soon as we shipped into the second half, he had an absolute enough. I think living in Desailly's pocket, as it were, was just too much for him. Generally, think we've seen enough gameplay. So let's just go jump onto Footbin and just compare him and talk about him compared to other players and his statistics. So we are on Footbin and he's just under 1.1 million. And what I was saying about this card is if you compare him to his prime, he's only got +1s and +2s. But with his prime in particular, he has a 3-star weak foot. So the extra price range at this minute in time is because of the +1s, +2s, and a +2 on the weak foot. So you are paying for that. And I do think that's massive. I personally like passing out the back. I like to have a bit of control from the defence and work my attack forward. So having that 5-star weak foot with this really high composure means that he can dribble with his left or right foot. Also means he can pass with his left or right foot out of position. And that is huge. Now, this is where the controversy begins. If you want, I don't think he's worth that many coins, to be honest. If you were to buy this card, you want him just for the sake of having him. Like, I know it's a weird thing to say, but with defenders, especially now we're in April as of recording, there's only like 3 months left of the game, more or less, maybe 4 at a push. And then the new one comes out. Is he worth that many coins with Team of the Season around the corner? I personally don't think so. I think he's an unbelievable defender. He's definitely in the top defenders in the game. But with EA and how they do SBCs and how they're going to basically absolutely boost up these Team of the Season. If you don't know, Team of the Season apparently starts in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. So this card's going to crash down unless Team of the Season are terrible and their ratings are awful. So that is something you have to think about and consider before spending a lot of coins on a card like this. But getting back to this card in general, we had a shadow on him, and you saw there 100% tackle rates in terms of slide tackle, which is me manually, and stand tackle, which again, either is down to me doing a left stick jockey or using the B or circle to tackle. And having someone that can win the ball every single time, he literally reminds me of like a really juiced version of Team of the Year Van Dijk. So Team of the Year Van Dijk's incredible. He feels like a better version of Van Dijk. He feels very, very similar to World Cup Lucio, who's also the best defender in the game. And on top of that, just overall, he is just an absolute dominant defender. He's going to have his moments because EA can't code games properly, and there are always problems with that. But in general, in terms of how AI recept it and how AI seem to do all the work, if you look back at this card's statistics, having 99 interceptions, 95 defensive awareness, and 98 defensive awareness means that AI can basically block and intercept 9 out of 10 shots, 9 out of 10 passes, and he was doing most of the work for me. Even though I was controlling him, I didn't press any buttons sometimes, and he was already making the tackle or intercepting. And that's down to the artificial intelligence, or CPU, the AI, doing the work for me. And I do think that's what you're kind of paying for. That's why like the likes of the best defenders are so good. It's because of their AI blocks. It's because of what they do when you don't control them. And that's what you're paying for with this card. Really, really, one of the best defenders I've used in the game, that's for sure. Just don't think he's worth $1 million or 1.1 million at this time of the year. But that's just me personally. Let me know if you have any questions about this card or any other card in the game. Comment down below if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. See ya!